This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Dove Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Tony, welcome to go.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
All right, you go in, Tony.
Good. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead radio show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
Let's give a big shout out to Tony Walker.
Tony Walker, who's a friend of mine.
Tony Walker!
Tony Walker! Tony Walker, everybody. Stand up, Tony. Where are you? Tony Walker! Thank you so much, mate.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Walker. Our favorite. We love you.
Let's give a big shout out to...
Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday to you. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Show right here on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast. We're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club right here in Levittown. And we are coming at you on Gov's Comedy Club Podcast, the YouTube feed, and the Facebook channel. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us this morning. We do ask if you're going to comment this morning, and we hope you do. We ask that you do so on the YouTube feed. That is where we're monitoring the comments. We appreciate you watching, of course, on Facebook too. But if you want to comment and say hello, YouTube is the place to do it. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Share the link and share it all over the place and do all that sharing and promoting stuff, whatever that all is. And we appreciate it. Hello, John. John's watching already this morning. Hope you're feeling well, pal. And we thank you all for hanging out with us this morning. Yeah, not too many of you yet, but that's all right. We are joined this morning. Frank is here, and Rorie Kelly is here, ladies and gentlemen. Rorie Kelly.
Hi, friends.
Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah? Very nice. You got a whole lot of stuff going on over here.
I do. I'm complicated. I'm like,
are we still talking about your equipment or what?
No. You know what? You get singer-songwriters on here, and you're like, it's like 50% performance, 50% therapy. So good luck.
It's the same. It's the same in comedy. Believe me, it's the same.
That's my understanding.
Yeah. We're all a bunch of basket cases. I think that's the. I think that's what we're getting at.
But we're entertaining about it. That's the whole idea.
Yes. Yes, absolutely right. And you're definitely ready to entertain. You got wires and contraptions and all sorts of stuff going on.
I got a lot of buttons I can press, and that too means more than one thing.
Yeah, true. That's true. You're going to be trouble today, aren't you? I can feel it.
I'm trouble every day, my friend.
Nice. That's a good answer right there. That's actually my first question, because in doing my research today and having you here, so you have I looked on Facebook.
Cool.
Where you describe yourself as singer-songwriter Lady Beast from New York who want you to love yourself fiercely.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to ask what that means, because my definition of that is probably a lot different from yours.
It may be. And you know what? Like, it's a good filter. It's like, depending on how you respond when I say that I'm a lady beast is like a good indicator of whether you'll like what I do. And so I'm like, that's useful, like that's useful branding for me.
There you go. Yeah,
so,
it gets people interested.
Exactly, right. It doesn't say a genre exactly, but it tells you that like I am a female individual with whom you might have trouble. And that's like, and that's like the energy that
Should I be scared?
It depends on how well behaved you are.
I'm usually not very well behaved.
Okay, well, maybe we'll see.
But tell me, describe what exactly is a lady beast. I have no idea what that means.
So really, it is somebody who is who is not a dude and who is like in embracing their fierceness, right? Who is not like, oh, I'm not gonna just like sit quietly. I'm gonna be like a fierce badass. It's like we're talking like Xena energy.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Wow, Xena energy. Is she? That show's not still on, is it?
Listen, I'm old.
Oh, no, you're not.
I'm old enough to know Xena.
Well, okay. Now, so I can refer to myself as a man beast?
You can if you want. I mean, that's up to you.
Oh, okay.
And that's that. Like, what does man beast mean to you?
Well, it's hard to say because my mother usually watches, so it's hard for me to really get into that. But that's.
You're like
my
a powerful
definition.
Gentleman.
That's all right. I can go with that. I think that works.
That's a mom friendly.
Yes, it is. Thanks
right?
for that. Thanks for that. You also describe yourself, and I think that has to do with all of your equipment here. You describe yourself as a looping music witch.
Yes. Yeah. So I have you guys watch me set it up. I have my controlled chaos over here. I got my RC 600 looper for those y'all who are gearheads tuning in at home. And I have my guitar with me, and I have a second microphone, and I have my iPad hooked up so I can get a couple of cool sounds on there. Nice. And yeah, I'm going to be looping and layering, and we don't always know what will happen.
All right. Well, I do, like you said, people at home who might not know what in the world you're talking about.
Yeah.
I will ask you to get into that. However, but first, but even this looping music, which, like, Like what? And I don't even know if what I'm about to ask even makes sense. What's the difference between a looper and a looping witch? And I don't even, like I said, I don't even know if I'm speaking English here.
Well, I'm magical. It's the difference.
You're magical.
Well, so my thing is, since I like all the way back when I was a teenager, I have always felt that like music is a form of magic. Like music is a healing magic, right? Because every little thing can be super wrong in your life, and then you hear the right song, and you're like, I'm okay again, right? And so I'm like, this is healing magic, and I want in on it, and that's why I learned how to make music. And so like that's the goal of my music. It's not just like, oh, I want to entertain you. It's like I am putting music out there to put like the right energy into the world. Like I sincerely believe that, you know.
Sure. That makes total sense to me.
Yeah.
Okay, but isn't witch like some kind of evil what's the word? What's the word I'm looking for?
Oh,
connotation.
What? Connotation. I had a brain fart. But isn't witch kind of like an evil, spooky, I'm going to put spells on you?
I think we walk in different paths because witch...
absolutely.
Like I'm in like the neo-pagan like world where, you know, like nature-based spirituality where a lot of people will just use the word witch and it will just refer to like...
So I didn't know that.
Someone who's spiritual and like into magic and into energy, and that's the vibe.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that. So... so I wasn't judging. I was just asking.
Fine.
I had no idea.
I understand. You're like, let me clarify.
Yes, please. Yeah.
And I chose to give you the explanation
and
that didn't talk about patriarchy. So you know, like we're doing well.
Yes, absolutely. Do you want to explain all that, or do you want to start off with a song first? It's up to you.
Let's start off with a song.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, cool.
So while you're. Do you have to get your guitar out, or I don't know what you need to do?
You know, I've got my guitar.
It's right next to you.
I do have it, but I think I'm gonna do a guitarless thing, so you can hear what the live looping is about. I'm gonna lay down some stuff. I'm gonna record myself over myself, and I'm gonna build a track, and that's how we do it.
Ooh.
Okay, so this song is called Let You Down, and it is about showing up for yourself even when the people around you kind of want you to take the safer, stable path, but you just have to live your real, true, big life. You wanted the conversation to be easier on me. You envision a rosier history for me and my family, and I didn't want to let you down. No, I didn't want to let you down. No, I didn't want to let you down by telling you the truth. I've not walked the usual path, and I have not regretted that. But just by going differently, so many others have misread me. I do not attack your ways just by choosing my own. I do not eschew company, I just find myself alone, and I didn't want to let you down. No, I didn't want to let you down. No, I didn't want to let you down. But don't twist my words around. Don't say the parts that you don't like are not the real me. I am finished shielding you from what you don't wish to see, so that you can be more comfortable around me. Go ahead and be uncomfortable. It never kill anybody. crazy, but I'm so over assimilating your sarcastic punishments of my and others' differences have been dismissed. I wish you well, but not so well. I continue letting you put me and others through hell, and I didn't want to let you down. No, I didn't want to let you down. No, I didn't want to let you down, but don't come back around. Please enjoy your normalcy. Feel free to speak unkindly of me, 'cause it says more of you than it ever will of me. There we go.
Well done. Well done.
Thank you very much.
That was great. What do you call that one?
That's called Let You Down.
Let You Down. Very nice. I really like that one.
Thank you.
Is that on Shadow Work?
It is on Shadow Work, yeah. You can find me on the internets, friend. I'm on the Spotify's, I'm on the Apple Music's, all the places.
And that's the name of that's the latest album, Shadow Work.
Shadow Work is the latest album. I'm trying my darndest to like get something else out there. We've put out a couple singles, and it's slow going.
Oh, okay, that's all right.
I'm trying though.
All right. So I thought the song was great, but I'm very interested in what in the world just happened here.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
Yeah.
Before I even get into everything, my first thought is, isn't it hard to concentrate on what you're singing and saying while you got to press all these buttons, or is it the same as just knowing the chords and playing an instrument?
It's a little more, but it's like the kind of thing where it be like a little bit like guitar players, how your guitar becomes like an extension of you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it starts to feel like home. And the first thing you have to learn with a looper is like how to get yourself into trouble, or how to get yourself out of trouble. I already know how to get myself into trouble. I'm great at that, right? Like when a loop goes wrong, like you have to learn a graceful way to make an exit, you know. So it's not like a crash landing, you know. But yeah, it's exciting, and the more levels of complexity, like you guys saw me like drag like half a Sam Ash in here today, and that's like just who I am as a performer these days.
That's more than Sam Ash has these days.
I know, right? Especially in Huntington, right?
Well, they're all closing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. All my friends and I are texting each other like, should we go see what they got? Though?
Oh yeah.
And how much?
Yeah, should we go see if we can make a deal?
Absolutely, right? Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're okay. Yeah, so it's complex, and I kind of like grew into it. You know, I started doing like really simple like 4-chord loops that I could play forever and ever. You know, and over time grew into like be able to kind of create an arrangement. You know, like on the fly like that. And now it's like my favorite thing to do. Now if someone's like just play an acoustic set, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I would think because the sky's the limit. I would think now.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Right. Like, well, my own whimsy is the limit, which is a dangerous proposition.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be trouble by the time the show's over.
Correct.
John Russello said that was cool. Very nice.
Awesome. Thank you.
And John's making fun of my thermos. Yes, here it is, John. It's a fire hydrant. Yes. And he's saying that everybody on the show should have one. All right, fine. So get a bunch for me, John, and I'll give them out. You think I'm buying them for everybody? You're crazy. So right off the bat, so I saw you. You know, you were humming in the beginning, and then you added the harmonies. But then on the last verse, there was like, it became like a chorus, and there were even people like singing like behind you. It wasn't just. How did you do that?
Yeah, so you watched me do it, and I didn't do it quite as gracefully as I usually did, but you didn't know that, so that was fine.
Of course not.
But so, yeah, like I just added another track, and I just started making wailing noises, you know, and allowed that to go for a loop, and then looped over.
You made the wailing noises while the song was playing?
I did.
I totally missed that.
I love that you missed it. See, that's the trick, you know?
Wow, but then it even blends in nice, too.
So everything, like, you have to a little bit think ahead, like, of what you're going to do, because it has to, like, work with what you're already doing, and as you lay down the loop, like, I'm a live streamer, and you see a lot of people on Twitch and stuff who have loopers, usually tabletop loopers, because they're not all guitar players like me. But like, the thing is that you can lose people, because if you're like, okay, let me set up these 4 chords, now let me put in percussion, now let me do this, like, you know, like 4 minutes have gone by and you haven't started singing the first verse.
Sure.
So for me as a looper, like, my big thing is like everything I add needs to be a part of the performance, you know?
Right.
And so that's like it's like arrangement, you know? It's exciting to me. I'm a nerd. I'm one person. I'm like, how far can I push it?
Right.
Yeah.
But and that's a great segue, because I also saw a video that I'm not sure how long ago you posted this, but with this video, it was a video of you, and with it was a little thing in the front that said, people think I play the tracks. I actually set up a track live on the spot with my looper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's nothing preset.
Exactly, right. And like, no hate on people who play to tracks.
Yeah,
know
of
what I mean?
course.
Like, you want the sound you want when you perform, but it's exciting to me to be like, I can set myself up a track and then like free myself to just be a singer for a while. You know what I mean?
Right.
And create things as I go. And it's different every day.
So if you played that song again right now, you'd be doing it all from scratch all over again.
I would, yeah.
You don't have anything preset ever for that particular song? Or?
No, I really don't. And
Wow.
this, like, loopers like this do have like memory banks. I think there's like 99 of them in here. So I could preset stuff, and I know people who use them that way, who are
Right.
like, I set up the track and then I just, you know, like play it, and I can, you know, riff over it, vibe over it, do whatever. Like, they still play and sing over it, you know. But it's exciting to me to make it be like we're baking the cake from scratch, you know, like
Yeah,
you're seeing how
sure.
the donuts are made, you know.
Right. Time to make the donuts.
Time to make the donuts.
But see, I'd be freaking out going to a show. I'd be worried that something's not going to work, so I better have something set up just in case.
See, that's exactly that's why the first thing you learn is like how to get yourself out of trouble. By the way, I'm being like this obnoxious millennial on my phone, but it's because I want my friends to come hang in the chat with me.
Come
So
hang in the
inviting
chat.
People to do it.
We're talking to Rorie Kelly. Come hang with us.
Yeah, come hang. I'm a streamer. I love the chat. I love to read the chat and get distracted and forget the second that's my favorite thing to do as a performer.
And
But
that's a delay, right? You said
That's
a little bit of a delay,
yeah.
probably, right?
Yeah, like 30 seconds, give or take.
That's not so
Maybe a
bad.
little longer.
Yeah.
And well, all right. And speaking of that too, yeah, you're on Twitch. What is it? Twice a week? Was it?
Once a week.
Once a week.
Scheduled. So I'm on Monday nights. It's called Monday Night Muses, and I
Nice.
go live at 7:30 and till about 9:00. And I'll just pop on. You know, like if I'm at a gig and I have good reception, and it feels like the vibe feels okay, I'll just pop on, you know, because I'm like, why not?
Yeah, sure.
And then it's nice, especially, we've all played those gigs where, like, you're kind of in the corner playing and everyone's like, I'm just eating my burrito, leave me alone, you know?
Or they're watching the hockey game or something.
Or watching a hockey game, right. And so it's nice to be able to be like, well, I'll put myself live and someone will watch this. Someone will
Right.
care what I'm doing right now.
But it's not just at a gig. Like if you're home, it's Monday.
Monday nights
Mondays-
it's from
yeah.
home. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, except occasionally there's an open mic that's run by the Production Babes, which everyone should go to. It's awesome. Music, comedy, everything.
Oh, where's that?
It's at Shakedown in Medford.
Oh.
Which is like it's not a venue. It's just a place where like the Production Babes are allowed to set up their sound equipment occasionally.
The
you know?
Production Babes. I like the sound of that.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Does this involve porn?
There is no porn involved.
I'm not going.
Okay, well that's all right. You know, that's again we're opt in, we're opt out. We understand. But yeah, they've got this open mic and it's on Monday nights, and they were like, "Would you come to our open mic?" And I'm like, "I love everything you do, but I stream on Monday nights." And they're like, "Can you just stream the open mic?" So I do now. I stream that
that's
once
cool.
a month. So
That's great.
Yeah. So usually I'm at home, but occasionally I'm at Shakedown, and it's cool because then like all the performers who come to that open mic get a little like moment, you know, and get some video out of it if the stream is good.
That's a
you
nice
know?
incentive to come down to it because you could be on Twitch.
Yeah, and like a couple times, someone who was local here on Long Island but couldn't make the open mic, like they'd tune in. They'd be like, "Oh,
Right.
I'm sick, I can't come down, but I'm able to at least watch everybody."
Right.
So that's cool.
No, that's
you know?
great. My own Tiger Eye says, "Hello, I'm here for Rorie Kelly."
Melissa, how are you? Welcome.
Melissa's, she's right here.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm here for you.
Very nice. And how long have you been doing Twitch?
Like everybody, I guess, since 2020.
Yeah?
there are a lot of streamers who've been who just do Twitch, you know. And like a lot of people, like all my gigs got canceled, and I'm like, well, what am I gonna do?
Right.
You know. So I got on Twitch, and I unlike a lot of people, I fell in love with it. I was like, oh, this is my vibe.
Yeah.
I'm also like, as you can see, I'm like a technology witch, so I'm like already here for the tech, and then like. I'm an introvert, and I'm like, wait, I don't even have to leave my home and talk to people.
Right.
This is great.
Yeah. Right. Well, I asked because I tried Twitch with this show, and it just really didn't seem to work out. But I'm also old, so like people in their 50s. Yeah, that's just the God's honest truth. I'm not going to get a 21-year-old looking to watch something. Oh, I'm going to watch the bald guy with the white beard. It's just not happening.
It's
So
funny about Twitch too. Like, there's a certain age generation that feels like intimidated by it.
Yes.
And to me, I'm like, it's just another place where you go watch videos. Like, it's not that complicated to me.
that's how I saw it, but people
But
weren't.
there are some people who are like, oh, I don't know about all that, right? Like, and
It's new, so they're automatically just weary because
yes,
it's new.
Right. They're like, I'm not smart enough for that. And it's like, I actually have one of my friends, Judith, who is on like regular on my Twitch stream, and she's a boomer, and she's like, I'm like the boomer whisperer. I'll bring the boomers over to Twitch because otherwise they'll all get upset.
Right.
I'm like, so she like calms them and soothes them. She's like, it's okay. Here's what you do. You just put a username, like any other website. It's all right. But yeah, Twitch is interesting because it's like a microculture.
Yes.
So like you have this whole thing where people like raid other people's streams, and that's kind of how you get to know
Right.
people. It's very interactive. It's very engaged. And there's a lot of bells and whistles that you can use or cannot use.
Did you say whistles?
I meant to say whistles, but
Oh,
I
you
said
did.
whistles.
Oh,
Without me.
I thought you did that on purpose,
I
and I
know,
was
right.
we were about to go off on that
We're
for a while.
gonna do like a drink, like take a drink every time I say the word witch. We're just gonna do that. It's
I
11 a.m. I'm drinking water.
I thought for sure that was like part of your vocabulary or something.
No, it's bells and whistles. But yeah, it's like it is like if you get into the culture, then you kind of like get people. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right.
But it's not like out of the box, like unless you're bringing your own crowd, kind of thing. It's very it's different from a lot of other sites.
I was excited. The first 2 weeks was like every 5 minutes, somebody's subscribing to you. I'm like, oh my God, we finally broke through and we're going to go viral. And after a month, it was like we were lucky if we're getting one new subscriber a week. And yeah, a lot of people weren't coming over. Then I don't know, it was weird. Then the videos were disappearing. Some say, they last 3 days.
They only stay up for 2 weeks, but you have to
Right.
set it for them to save. Otherwise, they won't save at all.
Right. Well, I did that.
And that everyone learns the hard way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I did that, but then I don't know. It only saved like the latest 3, then the rest would all disappear. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I said, you know what?
Right.
I'm just going back to YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube is easy.
Yeah.
know? And pretty much everyone can figure out YouTube.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. It's almost becoming like watching TV. Navigating YouTube.
Yeah, especially now everyone's got a smart TV. Like my husband literally pops on YouTube on the TV, so it's like very easy.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And which is nice because most of us aren't smart.
That's why we have the TV.
Exactly. Makes us look good. All right. I don't want to miss this. Talking about. So I'm totally switching gears here.
Cool. I love it.
Looking on Facebook again. You posted something just a few days ago, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was a month ago. Something about the Ford workers who were receiving profit checks.
Oh yeah.
So you're a big union person?
Yeah, I'm 100%. Like, yes, like I'm pro union, I'm pro
High
worker.
five.
Like, yes, high five across the room. I'm like, you got to do it. I see, those big union rats, they like stick out on the side of the road,
Yep.
I remember driving past one of those with my husband, who is, I imported him from Canada. They have unions in Canada, but I don't know if they have the rats, So he's like, what's that gigantic rat? Like, it's not Halloween? And I'm like, no, that's a good, they're striking. We like them.
Right.
We honk for them.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, good.
So you imported your husband from Canada?
I imported him from Canada.
So
yeah.
Are you telling us that you basically bought him?
I did not buy him. I did import him though. We had to go through the whole thing. We had to get a fiance visa, and then you have to get married in 90 days. So it's
no kidding.
Literally you get a visa and he's allowed to come and stay in the country. Like
Right.
he could travel, you could travel back and forth for a visit, right? But like he's allowed to come and stay in the country once you get the visa, and then you have to get married in 90 days or he's deported.
Wow.
So it was, and you don't know when you're getting the visa, right? Like you apply and then they're like, oh, your visa will be approved in like 6 to 8 months.
Oh.
So meantime, we're like visiting each other back and forth, but then the visa comes and it's like, okay, he has to move. And we have to get married in 90 days. So like I didn't know when my wedding was going to be.
Oh, that's crazy. But while you're waiting for the visa, can he stay while he's waiting?
You can go back and forth, but he can't stay longer than like a typical vacation type visit,
Okay.
right? Like, so he could stay for like a day or two or like a week or something, but he'd have to go back.
And are there people out there actually enforcing this? Like, would somebody come knocking on your door saying, "Hey, is Mr. Kelly here? Get him out."
Yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
So that's never happened to
I
you?
don't know. And we didn't test it. And like it was like it's complicated. Like long distance, like merging households or whatever.
Yeah,
Like he had
sure.
a house. He had to sell his house. That was
Wow.
tricky too because it was like then it wasn't sold yet and it had to sit empty because he had to come here. So
Yeah,
it was
sure.
like really weird. But
Wow.
yeah, it's like I don't really know if anyone would come knocking at the door, and I suspect like he's like a white guy from Canada. He's probably not like it's a weird thing to say, but like Border Patrol he's not the guy people are going after.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And they say white guy from Canada. Isn't that all they have up there? It just seems like that's all they have is straight-laced white people. It just seems, I don't know. I don't know Canada
It
for
is
anything.
a polite. I remember
they're very
driving up
nice
to Canada, like, and it was a snowstorm, which it always is in Canada. And
Yeah,
I
right.
remember being in like a parking lot, and I'm a New York driver, right? And I'm not a jerk, but I'm also like I'm an assertive driver, right?
Yeah.
And so I remember like I'm in this parking lot, like at a road stop or whatever, like on my way up there, and it's snowing and everything, and I'm at this kind of four-way, and everyone is too polite to go first. Like there's four
Right.
different cars, and and everyone's like, no, after you, and I'm like, I'm from New York, bye.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? But it was like such a Canadian moment. I'm like, they really are more polite in Canada. It's exhausting.
Oh yeah, I mean they don't lock their doors. I mean they're so nice.
See, and that's wild to me. I'm like, I'm from New York. I'm gonna lock my door no matter where I am.
Right.
Like middle of Ohio, I'm locking my door. You
So
know?
like your husband's first time here, is he like walking the street saying hi to everybody that passes him, and they're like, "Shut up."
No, but he was like he's like a traveler. He lived a lot in Europe. He lived in Canada. He's like kind of citizen of the world kind of thing.
So he's on the run from the law. You're saying.
And I'm not gonna. I'll let you figure it. Put your best guesses in the chat.
He's actually here, and they said don't put his face on camera. I actually know a guy in Canada who's a doctor who does house calls, and that alone, I'm like, that tells you right there how
that's
great
kinda
Canada
lovely.
is. That is absolutely right. It is.
Yeah.
And that just tells you right
What happens
there.
if you're too sick to get out of bed?
Right.
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 Like, and just like. In Canada, you can actually go to see the doctor, which is like, you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
right,
Like,
yes.
we're all entertainers here, you know what I mean? Like, it's only been very recently that I've been able to get health insurance, so it's
Right,
like, yeah,
right. Yep. Oh yeah, that's a whole other. We can go on all day about that.
Oh, for sure.
Is this your only thing, or do you have like another job, or?
No, this is my
it?
full time thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Good for you.
yeah.
Now, talking about the Twitch, see, that's how old I am right there. It's doing the Twitch.
Doing the Twitch.
That's that was on
Everybody
the Flintstones.
do the
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Twitch in the night away.
But I know you have like Patreon, and you do virtual tipping and stuff when you do a lot of your. And I'm not looking for numbers, but does that like really make a dent in things, or no?
It's money, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like,
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Even if it's $5, that's good, right?
It's money that shows up. Like, it's not the whole thing, you know. And I think most musicians I know, like, it's gigging. Like, gigs are the bulk of it, you know.
Right,
Like, gigs are
right.
what pays the bills, you know. That's certainly it for me. But I think there's different ways for different people. You know what I mean? But like, gigs. Session work here and there, stuff like that, you know. And I do events that are hybrid, like online and in person, so you could like kind of whatever support me either way.
Yeah.
But yeah, the online stuff, it's like it's not $0, you know, and it's a good way for people to like throw some love and throw some support, you know.
Excuse me. Yeah, that's not. It's not game changing, but it helps.
Yeah, it makes a difference, you know.
And people are. And this is what I'm. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from a guy who's not, who kind of watches a little bit how the whole tech is going, where things are going.
Yeah.
But so correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like that's almost like the way it's going to be the new norm as far as people paying, like throwing money, tipping, virtual tipping. It seems like that's like
it even in person is the norm. Like people
Right.
like people don't carry cash as much.
right,
you know?
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Right.
So now, like everyone I know, including myself, has like a sign where it's like, "Here's my Venmo." You know what I mean?
Right,
So that
right.
people could throw a $5 in the jar, or they could throw a $5 on your Venmo.
And I would say more people are doing it than not. Right.
A lot of people are doing it. There's
Yeah.
definitely like there's like an age demographic thing, but also like most people of if they're of an age to be out at a thing, you know,
Yeah.
like are comfortable with something like Venmo or
Mhm.
PayPal, you know.
Yeah, it like I've seen people sell their music where they don't even ask for set price. If
Yeah,
you
like it's pay what you wish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people, people aren't just going for the cheaper option.
No, people really do want to support.
Right,
And
right.
sometimes it's like, I've kind of done the math a couple times because I'm like, I'm in business for myself, you know? Like, I
Right.
want to see what works. And there have been times before Twitch and all that, there used to be this thing called Concert Window. And it was the same, it was an online virtual concert. It was ticketed. It was like on purpose at a set
Ticketed?
time. Yeah, right. So
Oh,
people
wow.
could buy a ticket.
Yeah.
And so you had the option of like, okay, is it $10 a ticket, or is it pay what you wish, or is it free? And I found that I did the best with pay what you wish. Like financially, I like pay what you wish would actually make me more money than setting a price. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like I think people are afraid like, oh, I'll do pay what I wish and no one will pay me anything. But actually it freed people to be generous.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. But then I'm assuming they must take a percentage. I mean, that's why they're in business.
Yeah, and that's like all the online stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
they take their percentage.
And then what happens? So in fact, this week being just what was it, Monday or Tuesday? Being tax day.
Oh my gosh.
How does that work? Do you have to factor that in?
I mean,
like, do you have to
income is
claim that?
income,
I'm assuming.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now a lot of people are upset about this, and it's not a new law. It's just PayPal and Venmo, etc., being in compliance with the existing law. Like I think the IRS was like, "Hey, buddy, a lot of people with small businesses are going through. You have to start to report." You know
Right,
what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, you're supposed to report, whatever comes in. And I know a lot of freelancers and a lot of self-employed people who are like, "Well, here's how we'll do it." You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, I mean, self-employed though, I'm like, well, that all my income is like that. Like I just
Sure.
owe at the end of the year. I filed an extension on April 15th. That's what I was doing on Monday.
That's all right. Wow. And you're doing a lot of session work, you said, stuff like that too, huh?
Yeah,
That's good.
and
Good for you.
now there's now it's easy to do virtual session work as well. So that's
Right.
like a thing. If you have a good setup, then you can do that. And it's funny, I actually find that I would rather go into a studio because I don't want to have to be the artist and the producer. You know what
Okay.
I mean? Like
Yeah,
the
true.
singer
Good
and
point.
the person who's like, "Oh, you were a little pitchy on that take. Just get this note."
Right.
It's a lot to think about, but I can do it, and it's nice to have the option.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm big union guy myself, and so I don't like doing a lot by myself.
Sure.
I like having the team
You
and
like the
having
collaboration.
that interaction and seeing what ideas come out of working together. So for me personally, I enjoy that whole atmosphere. Plus, I just think it's fun when you're hanging out and creating stuff like that.
It is.
And having
It's
a laugh.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's great. Good for you. Is that how you guys met?
We just met through a lot of
Like musicians, right? Like music scene.
music scene basically.
Yeah, playing met each other at gigs and stuff, or the open mics.
Gigs, and we've done. We both do the Harry Chapin show once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
What the one at the park? You do that one too?
At Eisenhower, I've
Yeah.
done it. Yeah, it's
Oh,
been
yeah?
a couple years, but yeah,
What Harry songs have you performed there?
I do the political ones.
Oh.
I think the one that I was doing the most was "Love Is Just Another Word," which if you listen to the lyrics, you're like, "Yeah, Harry," like it's awesome.
I don't know that one.
A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. Like, they know, like, Cats in the Cradle, but, like, at the Harry Chapin thing, everyone is covering a song, and I'm listening, and, like, I was invited, and I'm, like, I'm a millennial, and Harry Chapin's a little bit before my time, so, like, the organizer was like, well, what song would you like to do? And I'm like, no idea, let me get back to you, And so, like, I'm doing some listening, and I'm finding in his lyrics this really self-aware social justice vibe, and I'm like, definitely one of the social justice ones. Hold please, And "Love Is Just Another Word" is like it's kind of a rocker too, you know?
Okay.
And so I'm like, okay, this is the one. Because
you know this one?
I'm over here
no.
with an acoustic guitar, you know, like, and people like see me and they're like, oh, like Joni Mitchell. And I'm like, no. No hate to Joni Mitchell, big fan.
Oh,
but
of
you know
course,
what I
yeah,
mean? But
yeah.
like, I wanted to come up there and be like, no, I'm actually going to be screaming about social justice.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
I like that. That's cool. You don't know that one? I thought you knew them all.
If I heard it, I'd probably recognize it. I don't know it off the top of my head.
What kind of Harry Chapin guy are you? You
I don't know
the
every single
family?
song.
Well, you should. He only has, what, 6 albums in his lifetime?
9.
9. All right,
What a prolific guy, right? Like, I got to catch up. I'm over here, like, that's what I really want to spend my time doing is more and more putting those songs out into the world. You know, as a songwriter, I'm
Right.
sure you feel the same way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just saw a video of Melissa Etheridge doing Taxi.
Oh,
really?
interesting.
Yeah.
I would love to hear that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I love Melissa Etheridge.
Oh, she's awesome.
She's got this new song out, which is I really liked it. I forget what it's called. It's brand new. It just came out last week.
Okay.
But
Oh, cool.
she's got some live album coming out where she, like Johnny Cash, she performed in a prison. And it's,
Oh, really?
and
Oh,
it's-
wow.
So it's like, and it's a mixture of old songs and some new stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
I
cool.
want to say like Old Crow or something was the name of the song. Something like that. But yeah, I thought it was great. Very nice. So, all right, so that's how you two know each other. Okay. All right, and speaking of union gigs and getting paid and all that stuff, so I see that you just performed at Times Square.
Yeah.
Is that someone told me performing in the railroad and Times Square and all that, like, you know, people throwing the coins in the hat. Somebody told me that's a union gig.
It's I don't know if I'd call it a union gig. It's an official gig.
It's an official gig.
If the union, if the AFM whatever, you know, was running it, we'd probably have a guarantee. It's
true.
It's an official gig. It's run by the MTA, and there's auditions. Like, you have to audition to get in. And so, to be fair, legally, I'm about to like drop some knowledge because knowledge is free, y'all. Legally, anyone can busk in Manhattan. However, you're not allowed to use amplification over a certain volume.
Okay.
And like you can be like, you know, asked to leave if you do. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
And there's certain places you're not supposed to. Like, if you're like basically holding up subway traffic, it's like, get out
Sure.
of there, buddy.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like designated areas. But with Music Under New York, like, you audition and then you get like guaranteed like good spots, and they give you time slots like during rush hour where
Right.
where you're gonna get like high visibility, high traffic, and they
Right.
give you a sign, so it's clear that like you're not just like some dude, you know, you're like, I'm here with Music Under New York, here's my sign, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so I didn't really. So everybody that's performing in the area, they all have their own sign.
They give you a sign.
I've never noticed that.
Yeah, I just have a little sign, but like I've been there long enough now that at some point I'm gonna get a banner, which is like, ooh, you get to upgrade to the banner, you know? Right.
What? So you can't bring your own?
I do both.
Yeah, bring your own. Screw it.
It's like, it's one of these things that's been around for a while, and I remember asking at orientation, I'm like, can I bring a sign, you know, of my own that has like my
Orientation?
website or whatever? Yeah, you go to orientation, it's a whole thing.
My goodness.
So, and they're like, yeah, you could do that, but just be aware, like, you know, like the more stuff you have to carry, and this represents the MTA, so like have a clean look, basically. And I'm like,
Right,
yeah,
right.
okay. And then I'm like, can I stream? And they're like, can you what? And I'm like, you know, like if I put my phone up, like, is it okay if I stream these, you know? And the answer that I got was really funny. It was like, there's not a rule against it.
Wow.
It was like such an obviously cautious answer, you know?
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, no rule against it. Until you tell me I can't, I'll do it.
So
you know?
basically, the people in charge are older than me and him.
Yeah.
They actually had to
I'm
look up what
sure-
stream meant.
Yeah, right. Like, they're like, what do you mean? And I'm like, you know, like when you go on the internet and you share music, and they're like, oh, no one's ever asked us that before. And I'm like, okay.
They're like, people do that?
Yeah, right.
Is there service down there to do that?
You know, now there is. Now there's service
Yeah?
really everywhere.
Okay.
Like, and that's something I noticed, like, you know, after 2020, we all like were stuck in our homes for a while, right?
Right,
And
yeah.
then when I started riding the train again, it was like beautiful for like 8 months because like still no one was riding the train.
Right.
And also they were giving you off peak all the time. So that was like lovely.
that's
I would go
nice.
have a train car. I'd pay less for it. I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
And I noticed that they had gotten it so that cell service even went underground. Like, you know, when you go underground at Penn and you're like, oh, I'm going to lose you. Not
Right.
anymore. You
Wow.
know? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
It was nice that, you know, I was still coming in here during that time. There was nobody on the roads, man.
There was like a piece about it, you know?
Yeah, there was, but now this place, I mean, you wouldn't know it right now, but this place is so electric, especially on the weekends, you know, that you get so
Oh,
many
yeah.
comedians, and sometimes you get big names. or sometimes you get big names that are just coming to watch a show, and you see all these people, and the place is always hopping. And during that time, I mean, it was closed down for 13, 14 months. So to come in here and just feel the emptiness, and there was nobody else but me in here,
Very weird.
my co-host. But yeah, it was kind of, yeah, there was a piece about driving on the roads, like the Wanto Parkway reminded me of when I was a kid. I mean, there was nobody on the Wanto Park when we were kids. That was always like a good artery to get from one place to another without traffic. Now it's always packed. But,
Right.
All right, but anyway, you want to do another song?
Sure.
That'd be cool.
Cool. I'm gonna do an acoustic guitar song.
Ooh.
So this is, I'm about to release this as a single. It's not out yet. I'm gonna tune up because y'all deserve it. You know, it's not a service I offer at every gig. Oh, look at the. Okay, it's always G. So this is a song. It's called Crystal Waters. I keep accidentally writing about the water. My whole next album is going to be very watery. And
but this one's an ode to Billy Crystal.
In the water.
now I have to rewrite it. Like that's, you know what? That's cooler than what it's really about. It's really about like finding that peace. You know what I mean? Like finding like in the craziness of the world and all of the different things that we kind of like have to manage day to day, like finding that inner peace. That's the vibe.
Excellent.
Take me to the crystal waters, take me to the oldest pines, take me to the sacred fires, where the air feels bright. Open my heart because I need it, open my heart because I need it, open my heart, bring me back to me. Back when I was Harriet the Spy, all of my adventures were inside, and I just wanna curl up with a book and hide sometimes. And now I am a paladin of song, traveling in circles for so long, leaving pieces of my weary heart along the road. And I just want my auto magic, and I just want my waking dreams. I wanna gather up my heart and follow where it leads. And I am on a holy quest now, I'm picking up the pieces that I left behind and clean them up and let them be the guide this time. Take me to the crystal waters, take me to the oldest pines, take me to the sacred fires, where the air feels bright. Open my heart because I need it, open my heart because I need it, open my heart, bring me back to me. I believe the road would lead me home, I believe that somebody would know how to love the broken jumble of my soul. Wipe away the lies and tell me I had a secret flame hidden inside, but nobody showed up to be the shiny knight. A good thing that I'm not hung up on gender, and I'm not afraid to try. I took my tears and wiped the lies out of my eyes. And I am on a holy quest now, lighting up the world like a birthday cake, closing my ears to those who would lead me astray. Open my heart, open my heart, open my heart, open my heart. Take me to the crystal waters, take me to the oldest pines, take me to the sacred fires, where the air feels bright. Open my heart because I need it, open my heart because I need it, open my heart, bring me back to me. Open my heart because I need it, open my heart because I need it, open my heart, bring me back to me.
That was great.
Thank you so much.
Great. Thank you so much. Now I'm curious. We're talking to Rorie Kelly, by the way. Rorie Kelly is here with us.
Hello, friends.
She's rocking it. Now let me. I'm very curious about all this looping stuff. Why did you loop the guitar just now? Because I thought you were about to start doing some crazy Clapton leads or something.
Yeah, no, I looped it so that I could get some backing vocals in there.
Right, the vocals, but why the guitar? Or you can't separate?
So I think that I can, but it's a little easier. Like everything's going in through the looper, so that I can loop the guitar.
That's what I'm asking.
Right,
Okay.
so everything's going in there, so it's easier for me to be like, I'll play the chords and I'll sing it, and then I'll sing over it, right?
Right.
And then I don't have to play it 3 times, so that's nice, you know. But yeah, it's a little easier. There is a way to kind of be selective about like, like only look at this input, but it's like that's a lot of programming.
Right.
And
yeah.
I'm just a musician. It's above my pay grade. So. Yeah, I've got the guitar and this mic going in there, so I'm like, both at once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, my own Tiger Eyes, you said her name is Melissa, right?
Yes. Oh, we also got Melissa Marie. Big Melissa energy in the chat.
Yeah, Melissa Marie Imagery says Doritos in the chat.
Thank
loop,
you.
And she called you a loop goddess with many S's.
Ooh.
So basically, everybody you know is named Melissa?
It seems that way.
Yeah.
You know what? Like, Melissas are just the best. Melissas are like top-notch humans, as I have discovered. So
okay.
We're pro Melissa.
I'll have to look out for that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think now of Melissas that I know. Yeah, they are awesome. Okay, all right, good enough.
Right? See?
You convinced me. I'm learning a lot today.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot.
Do you want to hear about the Doritos? Because that's a story.
Oh, I would love to hear the Doritos story.
So Doritos are now a part of my brand. It's accidental. Sponsor me. But so we're on Twitch, right?
Right.
And my dad comes on the stream. And my dad is I grew up in a studio. He's the reason I am this technological person that I am today.
Oh, okay.
Because he's the kind of dad who would be like, yeah, I'll set up your stereo for you, I'll set up your computer for you, and then I expect you to know how to do it. And so
Sure.
like that's really empowering, right? It's like
Right.
cool. Like I'm not afraid of tech. So anyway.
And his name is not Melissa.
His name is not Melissa. His name is Kevin Kelly. So he comes on the Twitch stream, right, to support me.
Yeah.
And he gets there, and then he's like, I really want to applaud you, but I can't find the clapping hands emoji, so you're getting chips. And he just puts Doritos at the end of every song. Like, he can find that emoji, so he puts it in. And so,
That's
like,
funny.
everyone thought it was funny, and now it's like all people do. So now people come on my Twitch stream, and Doritos mean they're applauding.
Nice.
And we've spread it around now. You know, like, I had somebody literally gift me these hand-crocheted Doritos.
Oh, wow.
It was one of the production babes. They're wonderful. I was playing at their at Babe Fest at one of their festivals.
Oh, there's a thing called Babe Fest?
Yeah, it's awesome. So
I need to soak that in for a second. But
so
go ahead.
she comes up to me. It's before my set, and she's got a gift bag, and it is like, you know those dinosaur holders that hold tacos? Have you seen these on the internet?
Yes,
It's one
I
of
have.
those, but instead of tacos, it's Doritos. She's got these
Nice.
hand crocheted Doritos, and I'm like, I have arrived.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
You know what? Like when people will hand crochet Doritos for you, like you're doing your career correctly.
Absolutely
Yeah.
right. Yep. So you basically have like there's parrot heads and Sammy Hagar has red heads. Like, so you have Dorito
I have
heads?
Doritos and I have dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are also a thing.
Oh, okay.
Because when I was doing my crowdfunding campaign, it's just because like I'm a goofball, so which is the root of a lot of things.
Yes.
But like I was doing a crowdfunding campaign, my first one ever, and I was like, if you donate $30 or more, I'll draw you a dinosaur. And it was like, I'm not like an artist. You know what I mean? Like I bought Crayolas, you know, and construction paper, but everyone loved it. They were like, I want a dinosaur. And I'm like, you don't know what you're getting. Okay. You know? And so then like the end of the crowd campaign gets done and I'm like drawing dinosaur after dinosaur. I'm like on the train I still had my day job at the time. I'm like on my way to work on the train, like gotta churn out these dinosaurs. But so now people like associate me with dinosaurs.
Right.
Which is like cool. I'll take
absolutely.
it, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dinosaurs are nifty.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Do you and you do covers too sometimes, right?
Yeah.
What did I see you doing? Everybody wants to rule the world, right?
Yes.
Yes. I did
Yeah.
see that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was actually also a crowdfunding thing. I had like a thing like, oh, I'll do a cover, you pick the song, you know, kind of
Oh,
thing.
wow. That's cool.
And that was fun. Yeah.
So there's a lot of, and I guess that's part of the current thing with the tech and all that. It's that interaction.
Yes.
I think that's what a lot of people seem to like. That's why I'm always reading the comments on the show, because I think that's our niche is, you know, real time, joking around, talking to these guys. My guys are a little quiet today, to be honest with you. But my own Tiger Eye says she still has the dinosaur you made.
Oh.
But yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Like I read the comments all the time, and I'm talking to them. So yeah, that seems to be part of it these days. Is that kind of interaction and making them something like a dinosaur? Like they like getting something in return.
It's
for
special. Yeah. It's like it's community, and I think a lot of people who are like not as much comfortable with the online world don't get it. They're like, I go out to a show and I see people and I shake their hands, and it's like it's the same exact vibe. It's just a little different, right? It's like okay, it's just like people are in the chat, so you engage with them, so you like give them a little more of you than you're just like singing to a camera, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah. When you said community, that pretty much.
Yeah.
Summed it right up right there.
Right.
Which I was struggling for like 2 minutes to kind of find the right words, and you just.
I got you. I'm here for you.
You're the one. You're the best. All right. So I asked about covers. What bands, like, who are your favorite bands? Who's inspiring you? I'm hearing, believe it or not, a little Alanis Morissette. That's what I'm thinking.
I love Alanis. I'm a big Alanis fangirl.
Okay. Cool.
So I learned guitar in 1997, 1998, right around there. And so it was like, that was like the year of like the female singer-songwriter. We had like Alanis out there, we had Sarah McLachlan, we had Fiona Apple, we had Vanessa Carlton, like everyone was out there like doing the thing.
Fiona Apple, what happened to her?
She put out an album during quarantine, and it was
did she?
Amazing.
Oh, really? I have to look
and
for
it
that.
Was
that
like,
first out, what is that, Title? Is that the name of that?
Title. Yeah.
What
So
an
good,
album.
right? Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. She's still incredible, but it seems like she's a little reclusive. Like she'll just like drop an album suddenly every like 5-6 years.
Oh yeah,
you know?
Does she? I didn't even know that.
And and there's some really like the album that she happened to release during the pandemic, because I don't think she recorded it during the pandemic, but it just ended up being perfect timing where everyone's on lockdown, and the album title is "Fetch the Bolt Cutters." Right? I mean, you're like, this is what I need, Fiona. Thank you.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Like.
Yep. So I'm sorry. So you had
anyway.
McLachlan and
all of that vibe. Sean Colvin, "Sunny Came Home" was the song that made me learn how to play guitar.
Okay.
That's what I hear.
Oh yeah.
And I also like
Paula Cole was around at the
Paula Cole. Yeah.
Their hairy armpits. Sorry, I'm listening.
Yeah, same. So Ben Folds 5 is a band that I was crazy about, and I still say like now it's like an age barometer thing where I say Ben Folds 5 and it's just Ben Folds now, but I'm like I was there when it was Ben Folds 5, you know.
He still brings them back once in a blue moon.
It's like a little weird. It's like every so often he's like, yeah, we're a band again for like the next 8 months. You know, like it's a little like I don't know how to feel about it, but
it's the same with Stray Cats. Like Brian Setzer, he's always doing his stuff, and all of a sudden, like, the Stray Cats are touring. Okay,
it's like these guys.
And then they're done already. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
and he's back to a solo. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So big Ben Folds 5 fan, and there were a couple of bands that I started listening to that came out of that. Jump Little Children is one that nobody knows who they are.
What was that?
Jump Little Children.
Jump Little Children. No.
They're amazing, and nobody really knows who they are or were. Like they're like putting out records occasionally, but they keep breaking up and getting back together. It's like very dramatic. But it's like, I don't know. It's dramatic to me as a fan. I'm like, I'll never hear another song. And then they're like, oh, actually, we're touring and we have a new album. And I'm like, okay. It's been like that for the last like 15 years. But they're incredible. And I found out about them because they opened for Ben Folds 5. Like that was the thing. And they're like a kind of singer-songwritery rock band with electric guitars and cello. And that's like just that's like just my soul right there. I'm like here for all of that, you know? So
you're all electric guitar and cello.
Yeah, like that's in here, that's what's going on. You know, most
Harry
people
Chapin.
have like inner organs.
Didn't Harry Chapin tour with a celloist? There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Love it.
I thought he knew it was Harry Chapin. He's just sitting there.
I know, and now he's like,
I'm looking up Jump Little Children.
You thought you were a true. Oh, you should. They're amazing.
Yeah, I'm checking them out.
Highly recommend.
We'll listen to it later.
Nice. Good. I'm spreading the gospel. I'm spreading the good word.
All right. So that's your go-to, like
that's like my my vibe, and I'm still listening to new stuff all the time. You know what I mean? I put on Spotify, and I'm like, teach me what I like today. You know. But
you like the Lemon Twigs?
I don't know the.
Oh, you don't know? Yeah, they're pretty good. Check them out.
I will.
I brought them up because they're Hicksville guys.
Lemon what?
That's right. The Lemon Twigs.
So you said Twigs. You did say Twigs. Okay.
I did say Twigs.
Well, I'm enjoying that name. So.
Yeah, it is a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They got some weird stuff, but it's good. But
I'm here for weird.
I just wanted to brag that they're from Hicksville.
So now I'm gonna like run into them like constantly.
Yes.
Right now I'm gonna be like at like a gig or something, and they're gonna be like, "So we heard you never heard of us."
Yeah.
That one. They're doing a concert for 10,000 people. They're gonna point at you. That one. Never heard of us.
Living under the rock.
But All right, so I'm asking who you like because I'm reading some articles, stuff to talk about today.
Oh, cool! Thank you.
And-
Look at you, like all this research. I feel very special.
Well, yeah, but it's not. This is going off. This is not a Rorie Kelly topic.
Oh, good. I love
I'm sorry.
it. No, it's good.
Okay, but it's music, so
Tell
I figured
me other
it.
topics.
Now, Bon Jovi. You like Bon Jovi at all?
Sure.
See, I don't.
Okay. Valid.
I just don't. They have some songs I do like, but I try not to say a band sucks because
Yeah,
I
sure.
don't think anybody sucks if they're out there doing it.
I'm with you. Yeah.
But I will say a band like Bon Jovi, I don't get it. So
You're not
I'll
excited.
leave
You're
it at
not-
that.
You're like, it's not for you.
It's not. Well, I don't like bands that just seem like they want to. They're just their music is an excuse to get in front of a camera, and that's how I view them. Richie Sambora was always, and the hair was just always just perfect. Bon Jovi just sounds like this when I don't know. It's just so nasally and whiny to me, and I had the same thing with Adam Levine. He just sounds like
Adam
Mickey
Levine's
Mouse.
voice.
Yeah.
And you know what? I love his songwriting. And
Oh, he's
then
got some good songs,
And then
but-
I'm like, it's that voice though. And I don't mean to be a jerk. Like Adam Levine, I'm sure he's not crying about my opinion. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
He's a
Right.
good singer, but I'm not in love with his voice.
No.
Yeah.
And same thing. Every video is just him.
It does seem that way a little bit. I see pictures of Adam Levine, and it's like very like
Showing off his stupid
there's a
tattoos.
whole package, you know.
You're a mouse. Sit down.
You're a mouse.
But anyway, so yeah, Bon Jovi's voice. It always annoyed me, but now it's come out that he has said he may never sing live again.
Oh wow.
Because
throat issue,
right, he's been having some vocal issue,
Oh.
and he's saying if he can't be great, then he's done. Which then he should have been done in the 80s. He opened up about his ailing vocals in a new interview with the Sunday Times. If the singing's not great, if I can't be the guy I once was, then I'm done, and I'm good with that. Last month, he revealed that he was uncertain about being able to tour again after undergoing surgery on his vocal cords 2 years ago. He undergone a procedure known as, oh my goodness, medialization, after one of his vocal cords was found to be atrophying. I sing in vocal therapy every day, but I want to perform for 2.5 hours a night, 4 nights a week, and I know how good I can be. So if I can't be that guy, put it this way, I never, ever need to be the fat Elvis, he says.
Okay. I can respect that.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He wants to be, like as good as he can be.
But I'm not going to
good
miss
with
him,
that.
I'll tell you.
You're like, I'm fine.
I mean, you seen any videos of him singing live the past maybe
know if
4 or
I
5
have.
years? Oh, my goodness.
But what I always heard was that Richie Sambora sang all the real high parts and stuff.
Yes, that's
that
true,
wasn't
yeah.
really him. It was,
Right.
which is, I guess, like a fan knows that. My husband's a big fan,
Oh, yeah?
so like he like kind of has the album. So there's some things I've learned about from osmosis from like a partner or a friend.
Being
you know?
around it, yeah. I worked with his drummer. What's the drummer's name?
Tico Torres.
Tico Torres, right. Yeah, I worked with him once, and he seemed like a really nice guy. Very, very quiet man. Very quiet guy. I mean, like literally maybe 4 words the whole night. Yeah, and he kept disappearing. I don't know if what he was doing, but yeah, nice guy though. And then the other news, which I haven't asked you about yet, there's a new Lennon-McCartney song out there.
Yes.
I've been hearing about this and I haven't heard it yet.
Oh, but so you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
We're talking about the sons, James McCartney and Sean Lennon. They wrote and recorded a song called Primrose Hill together. And Paul McCartney is on the track.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
I'm almost positive he's on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That I didn't know.
Yeah, it's called Primrose Hill. What'd you think?
I like it.
Yeah, I liked it. It was a nice thing, but it wasn't like, it didn't blow me away.
It wasn't overwhelming, but it was a nice,
Yeah.
nice song.
Yeah, nice song.
It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure
Yes.
to do
Imagine
that.
those two.
That's what that would be my feeling too. Like, I don't know if I'd be able to do it under that kind of pressure.
Like, I remember Sean Lennon's first album coming out, and I remember listening to it, and it, like, wasn't, like, super Beatlesy, which is fine. It doesn't
Yes.
have to be, you know what I mean? Like, I respect that, actually. He's like, I'm going to go find my own sound, you know what
Yep,
I mean?
absolutely.
And I remember thinking, like, you kind of have to.
Right.
You know, like, imagine trying to, like, fill those shoes or whatever. That's exhausting, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. And you're going to be under a microscope no matter what you're doing. But,
Yeah.
But I think he's been pretty, actually, well, I guess all of them have been pretty, Julian probably the only one who really was put up, really they were comparing all the time. The others, like Danny Harrison, they don't really, he puts out a lot of music,
Right.
and they don't really seem to look at it with a microscope. Like you said, Sean, yeah, he does a lot of stuff that, it doesn't come close to John, but nobody really sits down and says, "Oh, this was Beatlesque," or this. Like, they seem to stay off the radar.
And with this song, when he first put it out, he didn't say anything yet about who wrote it with him.
Oh, really?
He just put it out, and people were like, I saw people like, "Look at the writing credit. Does that say Sean Lennon?" And then he put it out that it was with him.
Oh, that's funny.
So he let it come out first.
Yeah.
Which is good.
And of course, you have Zach, Ringo's son Zach, who's been the Who's drummer for almost 30 years at this point.
That long, really?
Yeah, 96 he started. Yeah,
That's cool.
best drummer I think they've ever had. I'm a Who fanatic. I have everything they've done. I've seen them a million times. Yeah, I think Zach's the best drummer they've had. And he grew up learning drums from Keith Moon.
Keith Moon, right.
His own father didn't teach him. Uh-oh, somebody's getting yelled at.
It's not us.
That's all. That's all.
That's what counts.
I get yelled at enough in here. What?
Were you going to bring up what you posted yesterday?
We can. I didn't really plan on it, but we can.
I just didn't know, being that we're all, gig people.
Gig people. Make it sound like we're part of a tribe.
Yeah, right.
Gig people. Unga bunga.
I'm only a person if I get paid. That's what that means to me.
Yeah,
I'm a gig
right.
person. I've got a human gig today.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I that's what I posted yesterday. We were supposed to have. He's the musician. I do comedy stuff. And I have a comedy troupe, and we were supposed to. We were booked to do a show last night. I found out probably around this time yesterday, maybe a little earlier, that the show was canceled because the venue didn't promote. Literally did zero promoting. They did nothing. Now this date, yet last night, was a makeup date because we were supposed to perform last month, but they postponed it because they didn't promote. And I'm like, what in the world is going on here? So I was pissed, and I've been acting shit since the 80s, and running my own thing. I've been in dinner theater for over 25 years, but running my own thing for a little over 20. And this kind of thing happens. It's part of the life. You have your cancellations and things happen. But for this place to not, I don't know, for it to be twice in a row, I'm like, it just set me off. So I posted something about it yesterday.
Unprofessional.
Right. And I wrote, we're not the promotion team. You hired us to do a certain thing, which was perform. We get hired to perform. We don't get paid extra to average. We all post, hey, I'm going to be here. Come see me here. But it's not our job. We're not getting paid for that part of it. And I understand too, a venue, they're struggling too, and they want to make their money, and they have to figure out the best ways to promote. But it's still, I don't want to put all of it on them, but it is for the most part on them to
should
promote.
Be a collaboration, right?
Yes.
Like you're both doing the show together. Both parties should be invested in making it successful.
Right. But when it comes to if anybody's got to pay for promotion, pay for advertising, I personally believe that's on the venue. And it's fine if anybody disagrees. That's just the way I see it. I've worked with places that have said, okay, yes, we will pay you extra to handle the promotion. Right.
Okay,
and I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But that's not the case here. This place didn't even put anything on their website, which
that's wild.
Right.
It's like, are you even a venue, or are
right.
you just like three raccoons in a trench coat?
And they don't. right. And and that's not costing a lot of money to get. Who's ever running the website, they're paying that person usually a set fee, no matter how much or how little they're using that person. And they had tons of events going on, and everything is listed. I'm like, where's us? Where is it?
What's going on? That's so weird.
So I said to the woman yesterday, because and that pissed me off too. I contacted her Monday or Tuesday. Hey, how we looking? We got a good turnout. What's going on? We've been working with this place for a few years, and we get good turnouts there. We have a great relationship. So last month when it happened, I was like, okay, screwed up one time, no problem. It happens. But then it happened not only a second time, but second time in a row. Like, what is going on here? So, to see nothing on their Facebook, on their social media, on their website. So I called her out on it. I said, what are you doing to us? So I contacted her either Tuesday or Monday. How are we looking? Got a big turnout? And I got no response. That's when I was like, here we go again.
Okay.
So then yesterday morning I texted her and I said, we have a show tonight? And yeah, it was probably around this time yesterday. She finally wrote back, no, we're not going to do it tonight. I immediately wrote back. Said, "Why are you guys not promoting this?" I said, "You guys posted literally nothing. And I'm not exaggerating. I mean, there's nothing anywhere other than what we posted." So I said, "Did we do something to piss you guys off?"
Yeah, like what's going on?
And nope, we love you guys. It's totally on us. And I'm like, all right, well,
again.
You're like correct,
right?
Yes, it is.
Right, and I do. This girl is great. This girl I'm dealing with, the place is great. They treat us well. Like I said, they get a good turnout. But, yeah, twice in a row, the first time, no problem. But the second time, like, all right, what are we doing? So, and I did. I politely told her, hey, look, it's not just me. I got a cast. It's a comedy show. It's a comedy troupe. It's not a night of stand-up where you might have to cancel, one or two guys.
You got rehearsals.
Exactly, and that's exactly what I said to her.
You could have had another gig.
That's exactly what I said to her. I said, we're putting our time and effort into this particular day.
Right.
And I said, last month we were prepared to go on that day. You postponed it, no problem. We're still working. We're still getting. Now we were getting ready for this day. I said, you screwed us again. It makes me look bad to my cast.
Yeah.
It deflates them.
It's bad for everyone. Then it makes you've been promoting a show, and then you have to last minute, right? Be like,
right.
Hey guys, there's no show tonight.
Right.
Have you ever had? I've had that happen where there's a cancellation, and I will post about it if it happens day of to me, right? But sometimes people don't see it and they just go there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's happened.
I've had people call me and be like, I'm at your show, and I'm like, crap, it got canceled.
I had there's a place. And I've badmouthed this place on here before. This place in Massapequa, a little Italian restaurant on Merrick Road. Don't go there. Sergio's. Don't go there. This place, we had a monthly residency there. Okay. We performed our comedic audience interactive murder mystery shows once a month. It was probably like 7 or 8 years we did this. Mm-hmm. The place is a dump. The owner is a piece of garbage. And we knew that. And this is not a reflection of anybody here but me. I'm saying it. The place is a dump. The alcohol is watered down. The guy is not a nice guy. And we knew that for a while, and we just did our thing. Sure. But after a while, it became too much. The complaints were coming in. People were associating us with that place. We had to get out. But there were a couple of times where if we cancel, because my deal with him was if you didn't get up to X amount of people, we're losing money. So if you fall shy of that, we're not coming. So he did it a couple of times where he wouldn't. So if you fell under, we're not coming. But he wouldn't contact those people who made those reservations to tell them we're not coming. He would instead bring in something else, like a bad stand-up comedian or something. And so even that was a reflection on us.
Right. People thought they were coming to see you.
Right. So we were starting to get fed up with being there. We were starting to have more and more issues with the guy. And it was around the holidays, whatever year this was, 2014, 15. And it was around the holidays. So people, I guess, just doing their holiday thing. So we didn't have a good response. A lot of people weren't coming. So we said, okay, we're going to cancel this. He didn't tell the people that we weren't coming. We had some people show up that we knew that was coming as a surprise to support. Oh. But this guy didn't know who they were. So they had this bad comedian and some musician or something. The show, they were like, this is awful. They called me. They're like, this is awful. We asked the guy, hey, where's Tony? Why isn't this a murder mystery? He said, oh, this is still Knockem Dead Comedy. It's just a different thing. So, and they called me to tell me that, and that's all. I had it with this guy. I went down there. I walk in the middle of the show. I walk right in as the stand-up's performing, and I walked right in. And I go, this is not Knockem Dead Comedy, people. This is not us.
Your name?
Right. And that was it. We never went back. And I yelled and screamed at the guy, and then I left. But that pissed me off to no end.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you work hard. You try. You work hard. You want to have a good product. Your name is on it. So to be treated that way, for a last minute cancellation, just and then it messes with your head a little bit, you know, because then you're like, I can't, because some people are commenting, well, you have to demand a deposit, or it's the day of, they have to pay something. Like, yeah, I can do that. They should, and I can go there and enforce that. I can go to you, hey, you were supposed to have me tonight. Well, pay me. I'm here.
Right.
And maybe you will, maybe you won't. But either way, you're never going to bring me back after that.
Right. Then you've drawn a line in the sand.
Right. So
but a little bit, they drew a line in the sand by canceling you twice.
Right. But in the long run, I lose either way, though.
Yeah, I understand.
I lost the gig, and now you're never going to hire me again because I bitched for $100. So I lose either way. So, and so. That's the part that messes with my head. Like, I'm not big enough where I have that kind of power.
Right, where you can like stamp your foot and be like, listen.
Where I'm wanted that much, where they'd be willing to make a deal like that. Where I'm wanted that much that I know it's going to bring in X amount of people, where everybody's going to make something. So that and then again the embarrassment with the cast that deflates them. It discourages them. I do worry, are some of them going to eventually leave because the gigs aren't coming as much? Yeah, we're dinner theater, we're audience interactive, so we're not on a stage. We're right interacting with the audience from the whole. So we still haven't fully bounced back from the pandemic because we're right in their face. And I knew it too. When that pandemic, I was like, oh man, it's going to be years before we come back because we get this close to an audience. We're not 20 feet away on a stage.
Yeah.
So. So it's just it's tough. It's a tough thing to figure out. But there you go. So Melissa Marie Imagery, hard nope. We promote the hell out of every event we host. Everyone should be promoting, but the people booking definitely need to be doing work.
So Melissa Marie is one of the production babes.
Okay.
We've been talking about the production babes. They're incredible. They book different shows around Long Island. They have this open mic, and they really they show up, they put their money where their mouth is.
That's cool.
Making sure it's a good show,
Right. Which is the way it should be.
It is, yes, it should be a collaboration. Everyone should be excited to be a part of it and make something big happen.
Right. Well, again, like we said earlier, teamwork.
Teamwork.
See, it's all about the unions and teamwork. See, it's all full circle. Do you see that? I planned the whole thing like that.
Good. Executed beautifully.
Thanks. You just recently did a show at, was it this past Saturday at Nostalgia?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Fun. It was fun. It was weird because Nostalgia Bar is like a 90s bar, and I'm like a 90s kid.
Right.
And I was like with my friends, and my friend said to me, it's funny, this, like, it's so different in here now because this used to be like a sad old man bar, and I'm like, this is literally a nostalgia bar, like, wait around a while. You know what I mean?
Right,
like, give us a couple decades, But it was really fun. It is really fun in there. It's really cool.
Yeah, it is a great place. They do a lot of comedy in there,
a cool vibe, and it was like, it's nice, like, it's a little place, which is actually nice because it feels like, when people are there, you feel like really supported. You know what I mean? Cool. Like, it's nice. Like, it doesn't take a lot for it to be a full house, and it's still very intimate.
Right.
So nice. That was a really cool show. And my friends, Mega Infinity, were playing. They're great, and they're super big community. They're a great band.
Omega and Infinity?
Mega.
Oh,
Infinity.
just Mega and Infinity.
Right, Mega Infinity.
Oh, Mega. It's like a duo. Or a band of some sort.
It's a band.
Oh,
okay. Band. The name is Mega Infinity.
What's that?
No and in the middle.
No and.
Right.
Yeah. I know
Mega
it's complicated to say, and I stumbled over the word because they've changed their band name a couple times.
Okay.
So they always have Mega at the front.
Okay.
But they've been Mega Wave. They were Mega Weapon. Now they're Mega Infinity. So it's complicated, but they're a great band, and they're known for being the band that like puts together community shows, gets everyone involved, does a lot of really good promotion. So it was really cool to be on a bill with them.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's great. Jeff Bosey, I'm used to rejection, so last night was no change in my life.
I don't know if that's wonderful.
I'm going to disagree with you, Jeff. You have a cute little new girlfriend. You're not getting rejected. Melissa says, okay, but I want to book a murder mystery show. Let's do it, Melissa. Let's do it.
I love it.
Nice.
I love it.
What's that?
With Rorie playing in it.
Yeah, we could do that.
I love it.
Do you act?
Sure. I will.
Brand integrity is critical, and when other people screw it up, it's extra frustrating. Yeah, that's true, Melissa. Absolutely right. And when you have some other gigs coming up too, right?
I do. Yeah, I'm traveling a little. I'm going down to Maryland and Delaware for a couple of house concerts.
Oh.
And then there's this festival in Wilmington. I'm going out of town next month. But there's a festival in Wilmington on the 31st called the Ladybug Festival. So that's going to be really cool and fun.
Imagine it was called the Lady Beast Festival.
It basically is, though, because that's the idea. It's like, like female-fronted music, is the big focus. And they're really cool. I've been playing with them for a couple years.
Nice.
And on June 2nd, I'm playing at I'm trying to think of how it's phrased. It's a Production Babes show. It's the Pine Barrens Jam Takeover at Shakedown. Oh. So it's going to be me. I think Will Wagner is going to play it as well.
Oh.
He's a musician comedian.
Yeah, I know Will.
Yeah, you know Will. Yeah. So it's going to be us and poets. And I'm going to be doing, like, you've seen my live looping situation.
Yeah.
I'm going to have, like, a poet loop jam. So poets will be coming to the stage, and I will be looping under them, and they will be reading their poetry.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And that'll be live on the spot, like we were saying
like
before.
Improvised.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like nothing planned ahead.
Oh, wow.
I love doing that kind of stuff.
That's cool.
And I love the Production Babes because they'll book my weirdest self. They're like, we want you to do this weird thing that you did on stage by accident. We want you to do that on purpose. And I'm like, okay, yes.
All right, what's the weirdest thing you've done?
What is the weirdest thing I've done? I don't know. I make up a lot of weird songs. So there's a thing on my Twitch stream, because it happened once, where you can request a song about a platypus. And there's like, Twitch has points, and if you spend a certain number of points, you get to like redeem them.
Okay.
So one of the redemption things is like write a song about a platypus. So I do have songs floating around the internet that are about a platypus, and I'll just write them on the spot, and there's like always a couple platypus facts, and they're like, did you know they're mammals, but they lay eggs? Also, they're venomous. Like one of the coolest low-key animals. You're just like platypus, but they could mess you right up. So yeah, writing a song about a platypus live on stream. And the thing that's weird is I'm like, is that the weirdest thing I've ever done? That feels normal to me.
That feels normal to you, writing about.
Normal to me.
Oh, all right. Wow. How'd you get these gigs in Maryland and Delaware? Like, is it from people who saw you on Twitch? That would be cool.
No, actually, it's from that festival, Ladybug Festival. So I played there a few years ago and met a couple people who do house concerts in the area, and they're like, we'd love to book you.
Wow.
If you know anything about house concerts, they're always far in advance because they usually do like one event a month max.
Right.
So they're like, we'd love to book you, and we're not open until 2024. And I'm like, no problem.
Yep.
I love to. That's great. I want to have something on my calendar in 2024, and now
Sure.
it's 2024.
Right.
And that's like I'm sure you have this too. Like one gig can really lead to another.
Yes.
You know?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is. I was just talking about on here with somebody recently. The word of mouth is still the strongest way to get gigs. Absolutely, still. Yep. I was it this? I think it was early this week. I read on the show. Somebody gave on Google gave one of my shows a negative review. So I shared that.
What did they say?
They said that we didn't interact enough, which just floored me because that's all we do
You're
from
like,
beginning
that's
to
literally
end.
the whole show.
So I responded to it, and I was very nice. I just said, we interact. I said, so I'm not. She didn't say what show she had been to, but I said we do interact. I said, so I don't know, why you would even say that. I said, however, we do sometimes have to pull back if they're getting too rowdy, too loud, too drunk. We do have to pull back a little bit because then it just turns into a mess, a free-for-all, a train wreck.
Right.
So I don't know, maybe she saw a show where but even when we pull back, we're still out there interacting. So I don't know. Then
I'm curious. Maybe it was personal. Like I'm picturing like the guy who's like free bird, and then he goes and writes a review like they don't even take requests. You know what I mean?
Absolutely right. And then she wrote, because we give out shirts to certain audience members.
Cool.
And she wrote, it would be nice if the shirts they gave out were the right sizes. So I did, and I responded to that too. I said, we announce in the show, if this is not the right size, come see us after the show and we'll switch them out.
Oh, nice.
And I said that on the mic during the show. So I don't know. So she obviously missed that. I don't have a problem with negative reviews. I understand, that we're not everybody's thing.
Sure.
Neither are you guys. Nobody is. But when you take the time to write the negative review, it's not like we pulled some kind of scam where I sold you a piece of garbage car. Then I can understand. Don't go to this guy. He's a scam artist. you just didn't. We just weren't your type of thing.
Some people, like, everybody's like, right, like, you're not going to go on Bon Jovi's webpage and be like, I don't want to hear you at all. You know, like.
Right. And I'm the first to admit, like I said, he's not my cup of tea, but he learned his craft. He was very successful at it. The girls, even to this day, think he's, the most gorgeous thing going. And I'm,
or whatever.
Yeah, I'm jealous of that. But I don't knock the guy. He might be the nicest guy in the world. I don't know. He might hate my comedy shows, and I'm cool with that.
He might love your comedy show. He might be listening and be crushed right now.
You
might be breaking his heart.
Maybe that's why he's not touring ever again, because he's so upset.
Yeah.
I am the reason.
He had a dream of touring with Knockem Dead Comedy. And,
him and the drummer, they still don't talk because the drummer worked with me and he didn't. Yeah, they still.
That's it. It's
I saw that in there behind the music
humiliating
special.
for him.
Yeah.
The whole world loves him except for you.
Mm-hmm. And we did kind of, and it was the same event. Huey Lewis was also there. And it was right after that, his hearing went. And now he doesn't perform.
So that's your fault, too.
That's my fault, too. Truth be told, he only performed once more after that. Well, yeah. Well, I think he may have done a tour. He did a tour with the band after that, and then he did that event again the following year. And then that was it for him. So I was definitely the bad luck for him. I don't know what we're talking about.
I've got a song request if there's time and if you want to.
Ooh, cool. Love it.
Magic Coming?
Okay, yes.
Why is Magic coming? Why is Magic spelled?
With a K? Oh, we're going to go there.
CK. It's
both.
With
a CK, yes.
Why?
Okay, so this was this goes back to like the Golden Dawn, which was like a magical movement, Aleister Crowley, all those people.
Okay.
Centered around like the, early part of the 20th century.
Okay.
And so the Golden Dawn was all about ceremonial magic. And so they were spelling magic with a K, with a CK, to denote the difference between, like, we're doing, like, magic, like witchcraft, like magician stuff, rather than, like, we're not, like, a stage magician. We're not, like, Houdini, right? Like, we're doing some type of magic that's, like, meant to, like, like, create a supernatural effect on the world, like, basically, right?
Sure.
So magic with a CK is, like, magic along the lines of, like, witchcraft, chaos magic, ceremonial magic, whereas magic with a C is like, like the guy who pulls a bunny out of a hat, right? Like stage magic.
Right.
So that's meant
a little more family friendly.
And like one is like meant to be like a performance,
right? Okay.
And the other one is like, like whatever, personal, has like whatever, spiritual goals or what have you, right?
Are you not saying anything with witch on purpose now? Because this seems like the perfect time.
I don't want to get everyone drunk. We have this drinking game going on. It's 12 in the afternoon.
True.
I don't want to be a menace to society over here.
No bells and whistles.
I'm never going to live it down.
So Melissa says, yep, nailed it. Will Wagner and Graztopia? What's a Graz?
Graztopia. Graz is so good. Graz is a fellow looper.
Okay.
He's a great guy. Also a singer-songwriter. He shows up with an acoustic guitar like mine and a pedal board. So he puts all these cool effects on his acoustic guitar and does this real kind of trippy, like, hippie music. And also has, like, this, like, real top-notch songwriting. Like, if you sit and listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh, yeah. But what's cool about Graz is, like, he'll just kind of create these, like, cool, trippy guitar, like, soundscapes.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So it's really cool stuff.
Yeah, sounds like it.
He and I, we keep threatening to do another show together. He used to book a show occasionally called Night of the Living Loopers. And it would just be all loopers. Usually Mr. Beery's and Beth Page.
Steve Beery comes in here quite regularly.
Yeah.
Quite regularly. I sound like Elmer Fudd.
I mean, I think it's like maybe true for a lot of people in this like Long Island scene. But it's been like historic in my life, you know what I mean?
Yep, everybody says that.
It's like
about him.
Beery's and like the California Diner,
yes.
Where it's like
the California Diner in Patchogue. Absolutely, I love that place.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like
that's funny.
Yeah, and they got that great like beer on the back wall, like that beer animation that looks a little like if Milhouse from The Simpsons was a beer, and it, like it's like coming home, and I don't know what that says about me.
I don't think anybody supports the Long Island music scene better than
it's
Beery.
Very supportive,
yeah.
And I've had like a lot of shows. I've had shows there that have been like fateful, where I've like met someone that I later did a lot of collaboration with.
Okay.
It's like a cool.
So Tom Sanfilippo?
That name sounds real familiar.
You know,
Now I'm the worst person because I'm better at faces than names.
Nick-
If I see you come in, I'm like, oh, it's this guy.
I'm the same way. Believe me, I know faces and I can tell you where I know them from, but then ask me their name, I'm like, "Dang." How about Nick Greystone?
That also sounds familiar.
Okay. All right, I'll shut up and let you sing. So, Magic Coming.
Magic coming.
Rorie Kelly.
There are times when she knows that this life is not enough, and the dull platitudes in the world can't make it so. Working hard every day for the bills she still can't pay. She RPGs late at night into someone else's life. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Where you gonna be tonight? Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Wow, there's magic coming. Get ready for the rest of your life. When's it gonna be my turn? When's it gonna turn around? When am I gonna wake up happy, knowing what I found? When's it gonna turn around? Yeah, when's it gonna be my turn? When am I gonna wake up happy, knowing what I learned? Oh, And she lays out the cards to see how the day will be, and she turns with a sigh. It's another one of these, but the wind blows strong now, and she knows it's only time, just a matter of time until she spreads her wings and flies. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Where you gonna be tonight? Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Get ready for the rest of your life. When's it gonna be my turn? When's it gonna turn around? When am I gonna wake up happy, knowing what I found? When's it gonna turn around? When's it gonna be my turn? When am I gonna wake up happy, knowing what I learned? Oh. Ooh. And she lays her head tonight, and she knows it's still not time, and she dreams with the power of a phoenix in flames, and she thinks that she begins to understand what she has inside. It's not a thing to disavow, it's not to fix, it's not to tame. Oh, there's magic coming. There's magic coming. There's magic coming. Oh, oh. There's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. Oh, oh. There's magic coming. There's magic coming. There's magic coming. Oh, oh. There's magic coming. There's magic coming. There's magic coming. Oh, oh. There's magic coming. There's magic coming. There's magic coming. Oh, there's magic coming. 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 Get ready for the rest of your life.
Very nice.
Thank you.
That was great. That was really great.
Thank you for
all right.
requesting that.
All right, so normally we would be ending right about now. I'm just going to ask for 5 more minutes, so if you guys can just hang out. If you guys are good with that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because we were just naming some people, and you had no idea what I was talking about.
Tell me.
But that is that's actually one thing I always do with my guests. I look at the Facebook, and I find mutual friends, and then I just throw some names at you, And you say whatever you want, or you could say, just keep going, because you don't know who I'm talking about. And in your case, I only have, I think, 4 or 5 names.
Okay, I'm like crossing my fingers.
That's right.
You know how it is in the music and comedy scene? Like, people just show up and you're like, yeah, I probably ever met you. Let's go.
Right.
You know?
Oh, the worst is like, oh, yeah, we did that thing together. I'm like, oh, yeah.
You're like, yeah.
I have no idea who you are.
Nice to meet you. We're friends on Facebook.
Yes, right.
Yep.
Deb Markowitz.
Oh, Deb Markowitz. Awesome human.
Oh, yes, she is. Absolutely, she is.
Yeah, like at the center of like the Long Island film scene, like
That's
all
her.
of that stuff. Really, really cool.
Her and her husband, John.
Yep.
They're both great.
Mm-hmm.
David Clark.
Ooh, I got nothing on David Clark. I'm sorry, David.
Billy Joel tribute band.
Oh, okay.
Now you know what I'm talking about or no?
I feel like there's a couple Billy Joel tribute bands out there, right?
It used to be Songs in the Attic. Now he's all about Joel.
All about Joel. I remember Songs in the Attic.
Right.
So I guess I'm just like not up on the most current.
Yeah. Jackie the Joke Man.
So Jackie the Joke Man is, I'm trying to think of what's the correct thing? He's now, okay, I don't know how to tell you the relationship, but my dad is married to his sister.
Your dad is married to Jackie's sister?
Right.
Jackie's your uncle?
Right. But so this is new. Like my dad and my Jackie's sister's not my mom, right? So my dad and my mom were married for a long time, and Jackie was just like my dad's best friend. He used to they would do stuff together. My dad had a studio, and Jackie would be in the studio all the time.
Yeah.
So like I kind of grew up with Jackie as like an uncle figure. Like he wasn't really my uncle, but you know, like close to the family. We'd go to his house for 4th of July every year. He's right on the water in Bayville.
Yeah, beautiful house.
Right. And so I grew up with Jackie as like this wholesome guy who had Sunday dinners, you know? And then I'm like a 13-year-old and I'm like, yeah, Jackie the Joke Man. And people are like on Howard Stern. And I'm like, I don't know. Right? Like I didn't know anything about Jackie's career. But yeah, so he's family. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And he's a wonderful guy.
He is. He
Actually,
really is.
My first album that I put out was half recorded at his place. He has a garage studio. He calls it Sound on the Sound, which I think is really cute.
Oh, that's cool.
And there was a while there where that was like my dad's gear was all set up there, and that was where we were recording. So,
but it's also, and I've mentioned it plenty of times on here, but it's like a museum in that room.
Oh, yeah. It's really cool.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Pictures of him with Keith Richards and Willie Nelson, Les Paul. Les Paul, who you'd be making proud with all this contraption. Do you know who Les Paul is?
Yeah. Yes, I do know who Les Paul is. Yeah, and Jackie was doing a thing with Les Paul in the city for like a hot minute.
Right. At the Iridium.
Yes.
And I bring it up almost every time, but he's got that wall of all those scripts from the Stern Show.
It's
all in chronological order and handwritten notes by Howard inside of them all. I'm like, this
it's
is
pretty cool.
If he sold that, I mean, he'd easily make $1 million.
And he's the kind of person who likes to have that, like likes to have memories all around, you know.
The stories he has are unbelievable. It puts me to sleep. No, I'm kidding. Jackie, I just saw him just last week. I just saw him. Love Jackie.
So picture me and my little sister at like whatever, I don't know, 5 and 9 years old, wearing a gigantic "I Stumped the Joke Man" sweatshirt to sleep in. Like that's how I grew up, you know.
That's great. That's great. He comes in here kind of semi-regularly. Maybe one day we'll surprise him. Just have you come in.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun. When was the last time you saw him?
I don't know, probably at a family thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, probably Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner.
That's
or
cool.
You know. Yeah.
All right, this next name I think you'll know. Kelly Baker.
Kelly Baker, what a sweetheart.
Yeah, I love Kelly.
Yeah, awesome blues human. We trade gigs. We help each other. We do that, we're in the music scene together. She's a wonderful human.
What a singer, too.
Super talented. Oh, my gosh.
Now, this last name that I have for you surprised me because this isn't somebody local. This really surprised me that you guys know each other. Megan Kyle?
Who's Megan Kyle?
She's a singer in the Philadelphia area.
Okay. I believe you. I'm like, you know what? If you showed me her face, I'd be like, "Oh, it's her. It's Megan." You know what I mean?
All right.
You're like, "Oh, I'll test you."
No, I believe you.
But I do like I play around. I play around a lot. That's not what it sounds like. I gig around the Northeast a lot. You know what I mean?
Tell me more about playing around a lot.
Yeah.
There's a dick.
I'm just gonna say witchcraft. Take a drink.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Does that?
She looks familiar to me. I feel like we probably did a show together once.
She's a great singer herself. So
yeah.
All right.
I'm so sorry. I'm sure your stuff is amazing, Megan Kyle. I'm like gonna go home and be like, I'm gonna have like angry messages now. Thank you. Like John Bon Jovi's gonna email you like you're breaking my heart, and all these Facebook friends are like, I thought we were friends.
Yeah, we We pissed a lot of people off today.
It's all in a day's work.
Andrew Fremder says, nice shirts. You guys look like Connect 4.
Connect 4?
What?
Oh, because you're red and black.
All right, but then what about you?
I'm just here. I don't know.
I'm just here. Well, as usual, Fremder is he's part of our family. He watches every day. And most of the time, we either have no idea what he's talking about or it's just not funny. So,
I mean, maybe if you had an idea, it would be funny.
Yeah.
There's someone in an alternate dimension who's laughing their ass off right now.
Probably, because nobody's laughing now at anything I'm saying. All right. Okay. Well, all right. Can we... It's kind of late. I would love to get a little bit of... what's the name of it? This Girl.
Oh, sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. We'll get a little bit of that, and then we'll get out of here after that.
I won't do the
song.
full thing.
Okay,
I'll do
cool.
like the bridge out.
All right.
We'll just do the cool moment. All right, let me reset my looper.
As you're doing that, give us the socials, the websites, all the stuff where they can find you.
Thank you. So my name is Rorie Kelly. I'm not Tori Kelly. It's a sore spot.
I don't even know who that is.
See, that's the correct answer.
Right.
Tori, she's like a singer, and she's a good singer. I've heard.
Like locally or
like she's more famous than me, and it's actually really rude if I'm like on TikTok and I go to search like my song to add to a reel or something. And I put in Rorie Kelly, Tori Kelly comes up, and I'm like,
bitch.
Yeah, right. Like, how dare you?
Yeah, we hate her.
So I'm Rorie Kelly, Rorie Kelly. I say that it's important. There's a guy in Ireland whose name is Rorie Kelly with a Y. So there's all this disambiguation.
Oh, R-O-R-Y.
R-O-R-Y,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And I once had a guy who was booking me send his Reverb Nation page to a venue to try and get me booked.
Oh, jeez.
He's like, I sent them your Reverb Nation page. I'm like, I don't have a Reverb Nation page. And he's like, I don't want to contradict you. And he pulls up the page, and I'm like, does that look like me? Like,
Yeah, you said it's a guy, right?
it's a dude.
Oh, what the?
So that was an adventure. Anyway, so RORIE KELLY. Put that in social media. Put that in like Spotify, Apple Music. You will find me.
Cool.
So I'm just doing bridge out.
Okay.
So I want y'all just to like place yourself in time here. Like we've just had like a lot of feelings. About like my gigs getting canceled, things being challenging. I'm rising to challenges in this song. So just put yourself there emotionally. I learned you get punished for sticking out. I learned to be strong and never shut my mouth. I learned the resistance is fuel. I won't let you make me a fool. I use the resistance as fuel. 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 This girl won't back down, won't back down. And this girl won't back down, won't back down. And this girl won't back down, won't back down. And this girl won't back down, won't back down. And this girl won't back down, won't back down. And this girl won't back down. Whoa! I use the resistance as fuel. 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 Oh, I use the resistance as fuel. I use the resistance as fuel. I use the resistance as fuel. Oh.
That's a cool tune. I like that one.
Thank you.
Very nice. Rorie Kelly, go to her website, go buy some of her music, and support her and all that good stuff. You can see her on YouTube and Rorie, R-O-R-I-E, Kelly.
Yep.
There you go.
That's me.
Who's with us? Who's coming next Thursday for music?
Andrew Lubman. Is
Andrew Lubman. I know Andrew Lubman. Okay, very nice. He's a Beatle guy.
Yep.
Big Beatle guy.
Nice.
All right, we're getting out of here. Today is Thursday. What's on? Circling the Drain tonight at 7 o'clock. And then we're back here tomorrow. Me and Andy will be here with Linda Marcus Smith. She's back in town. And, of course, govs.com. Go see some great comedy this weekend. On a governor's stage this weekend, you might see Terry McNeely, Hugh Murray, Chris Cassandro, Jeff Posey, Lou Pratz, Roberto Vanderpool, the Urban to Suburban Comedy Series, Barry Ribbs, Ruthie Ferrara, Maurice Bernard from General Hospital will be here on Sunday. The Magic of Eric Eaton will also be here on Sunday. Brendan Sagalow, there's an open mic at the Brokerage tomorrow night for the Late Show. Quentin Higgs, Joe Winchell, Noel Rodney Jr., Chuck Fox, Billy Geyer, Rob White, Tony Landolfi. Just some of the names you'll see on the governor's stage this week, whether it's the Brokerage in Belmore or McGuire's in Bohemia or, of course, Governor's right here in Levittown, the main stage, and the Giggle Room. And speaking of the Giggle Room, don't forget September 28th. Where is it? There it is. You can join me in the Giggle Room September 28th. We're doing the Triple X Trivia Game Show night. And there's going to be prizes, too. Ooh. That'll be a lot of fun. Go to govs.com to make all your reservations, see their full schedule. They got all sorts of great shows coming up. It's going to be great stuff. And, of course, go to knockemdeadcomedy.com. Check out our schedule and find out how you can hire us for your affair, whether it's a corporate event, fundraiser, or just a private party. Come check us out. All right, that is it. Everybody have a great day. Again, Circling the Drain tonight at 7. Thank you, Rorie Kelly. And, of course, Frank is here, too.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for having me. This
Anytime.
is so fun.
Please, you'll come back?
Yes.
Absolutely. We'll do it again.
Awesome.
All right, cool. We'll see you guys.
And more. Contact Knockem Dead Comedy for your event today. What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy murder mystery show? Suspense, excitement, love, more love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
You have a great night or what? Good.
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what? Had an awesome time. All right. She had a great time. KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.